and welcome to the Daily Game Show. Today we have 5 contestants ready to compete for a $10 prize.
Ashley, Alexis, Angelo, Tanner, and Samara.
Our first question is, refer to a part in the Purple Hibiscus novel where a symbol of control is shown and why you think that.
Oh, the tea scene with Papa. When Kambali and Jaja drink tea, they wait for Papa's permission and even endure the burning sensation because of his authority. This symbolizes how even their most basic actions are controlled by him. However, the ending of the book demolishes Papa's control when Mama uses his source of power against him by putting poison in his tea. This symbolizes the shift in her character from being controlled to being the one who is controlling. This shows how Mama's action is described as something so minor, it can be such a big significant and causes a major change in the meaning.
Exactly. Papa's authoritarian rule is so extreme that even drinking tea becomes a demonstration of power. 20 points to contestant number 1. Question number 2. Towards the novel's midpoint, Kambali served Jolie fries with chicken and soda at her aunt's house. What could this meal symbolize, and how could that reflect upon the tea moment with Baba?
The meal symbolizes freedom and warmth that is derived from Auntie Fioma's love and care for Kambili, as opposed to Papa's meals, which are rigid and cold by contrast. This is significant as the authority Auntie Fioma provides is only out of respect, as opposed to Papa's authority, which gives Kambili a ton of fear. And as we look back into the tea scenes previously, those are supposed to represent the pain and controlling that Papa has inflicted on her. And she has felt the desperate need to feel love and belonging again, which is what Auntie Fioma's foods are supposed to provide her with. And then until we go to the ending, Mama provides the same type of meal to Kambili, and since Papa is dead, she feels freedom and she feels joyful, and this is supposed to represent the life that she feels satisfied without having to live out of fear from Papa.
That was a fantastic explanation. 20 points to contestant number 2. Question number 3. Kambali and Nameka prepare yams together. How does this scene symbolize their personalities and backgrounds?
In this interaction between Kambili and Amaka, there is a heavy incorporation of symbolism. Amaka truly expresses her blunt nature by calling out Kambili's sloppy cutting as opposed to her own impeccable cuts on the yam. Compared to Amaka's outspoken nature, Kambili is very reserved and has trouble expressing herself with words. This obviously stems from Papa's harmful influence on her. However, this symbolism conveys a prime example of how out of control Kambili's life is, as opposed to Amaka's, which is sort of represented by how well they cleave their knives into the yam.
20 points to contestant number 3. Question number 4. Jaja slaughters a chicken at Aunt Fioma's house. What does this event symbolize for his character?
Jaja's ability to handle the slaughter shows his growing independence and control over his life. Kambili's shocked appearance indicated his change in character from a scared young boy to a fearless, strong man. Additionally, when he returns to Papa's house, he refuses to eat, symbolizing his resentment towards his father's rule. When killing the chicken, it symbolized taking charge, a skill he wouldn't have learned under Papa's rule. However, it makes him refuse to eat at Papa's house, which shows that despite this newfound independence, he still feels trapped under Papa's authority, which he immediately starts to rebel against upon his arrival back.
20 points to contestant number 4. Question number 5. Kambali watches a snail repeatedly try to escape its basket before being flicked back in. How does this moment connect to Kambali's own journey?
I think the snail actually represents Kambali's struggle for freedom. You could really see the connection when she emphasizes with it. It's like she sees herself in the snail, trapped and constantly being forced back, just like how she's been pulled under Papa's control. It's kind of sad, honestly, because her emotional reaction to this small, unattractive creature shows just how much she's been hurt both mentally and physically. And when the snail gets knocked back into its shell, it triggers that same feeling of suffering in her, but at the same time, the snail's determination to keep moving is kind of like a spark of hope. It mirrors how Kumbali wants to break free from Papa's grasp still.
20 points to contestant number 5. Now, for the final question. Question number 6. At the end of the novel, Kumbali shares a reflective moment with her cousins and aunt with a picnic at the hill in Nusuka. They eat pounded yam and vegetable soup. How does the scene reflect upon all the other foods eaten in this novel?
This scene in the novel shows the contrasting reflection of their lives. The gathering of all the family symbolizes healing, freedom, family bonds, and the joy they experience together, unlike the oppressive environment that they have been living under, with Papa's rule. The open environment at the top of the hill reinforces renewed hope for their family.
Thank you all for joining us in this daily game show, and we will see you next time.